I just got really fired up. Put my dinner down.
Mm-hmm.
This son of a bitch, Anthony Rooney, tried to give me Amon-Ra St. Brown, Travis Kelce, and Keenan Allen. I am so angry right now. I just want to leap through this freaking computer and strangle.
Jake, you look fucking sexy.
Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate it, buddy.
I missed you.
Are you about to try out on Martin, or what is this?
Wish.
Yeah, what's the fake agency called?
What's up, Nickson?
What's up?
Hello and welcome to the Boys Upstairs Show. I'm Tommy. This is the Week 1 NFL show.
Hello. What's going on?
Great to be back.
Ryan Postman, Commissioner Chin were roommates, and they were roommates.
Shut up, Ryan.
The first game that we're doing on the show is the Las Vegas Raiders going to Los Angeles versus the Chargers. Raiders are getting 3.5 points. Over/under is 52.5.
I was just gonna make a comment. If you didn't understand, if you don't know who the MVP of the league is gonna be this year, he's gonna be playing in his game, and it's not gonna be Devontae Adams or Derek Carr, Keenan Allen, Mike. Well, his name is Justin Herbert, and when I say he's gonna start the season off with a bang, it's gonna be banging in their game. Chargers minus 3.5. It was always the play. They're going to take care of business. Austin Eckler's primed for a great year. And I'm not going to touch the over-under in this score. I could see it going low just because of the defenses, but also, they have both high-powered offenses. But Chargers minus 3.5, that's the play. Postman?
I concur with Chargers minus 3.5, but I'm taking the over. Both defenses are not as good as everybody says. And plus, Devontae Adams is definitely going to go off, but it won't be enough.
So the Raiders are 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 Week 1 games. They're a hot start type of team. The over's 4-2 in the last 6 games between these teams. So I'm taking the Raiders plus 3.5 in the over.
I'm gonna reverse piggyback just because I wanted to say piggyback again and go Raiders plus 3.5. I agree with Tommy. I think the Raiders are better. I do like Justin Herbert. I think Justin Herbert's a great quarterback. I think the Chargers are really good, but I also think the Raiders are really good, and I'm very excited to see this Devontae Adams, Derek Carr Hall of Fame connection, because we all know Derek Carr is a Hall of Famer, according to Devontae Adams. Agreeing with Martin, I'm not touching the total due to the strength of the defenses. Big Khalil Mack guy over here. Chargers just added him, so I'd like to see a couple sacks there. But I think the Raiders are going to win this game. I'm going to take the points to be safe. But yeah, I think the Raiders are better, and they kind of finished pretty hot last year.
The last time these teams played, it was close, and it was almost a tie. And so I think it's going to be a close game, and the Chargers are prone to losing close games. And maybe that'll change this year.
I'm going to take the opposite. I'm just going to take the under. I think both these teams are going to start out really slow. That's sort of what happened last year. I just think there's too many new pieces for them to be able to get off to a hot start. So
I was going to say, I agree with Tommy. I am going to take the over as well. And I'm also going to take the Chargers. I think Justin Herbert's going to have a huge game. Yeah, I think the Chargers are going to start their season off hot and look to push for the AFC title.
It feels like it's going to be a field goal game, but I feel like top to bottom, the Chargers might have the best roster in the entire league. And I feel like Brandon Staley, he's going to come out guns blazing, go for it on a couple fourth downs. He wants to prove to all the casuals out there that he's ahead of the curve with that. I do like Devontae Adams. I think he's going to have a big game, but going to go with the Chargers, hopefully by more than a field goal to cover the 3.5.
The Chargers offseason, we've all heard about it, how great it was. Everyone's reporting they're the hype team of the offseason. They're this, they're that. Let's see if they can actually do it. Electric offense from the Chargers, though. I like what they're doing. James Palmer, I think, is a one to watch on the Chargers receiving core. Third string guy, got injured at the end of last season. I think he's definitely one. He could be poised for a breakout year, so I'm looking forward to seeing him. Raiders lack a run game. They don't extend Josh Jacobs. Zamir White, a rookie. Is he the guy? I don't know. It's his first game for Josh McDaniels as head coach for the Raiders as well. No one brought that point up. I think that's an interesting element in this game. Through the air, Devontae Adams, that's where it's going to be at. We all know that's what it's going to be. No J.C. Jackson for the Chargers, so it's going to be Asante Samuel, most likely on Devontae Adams. That'll be an interesting matchup that could have big consequences on this game. But look, I'm going to roll with Staley and the Chargers. I know what they've got with Herbert. I think they're the better defense than the Chargers, the better offense, better quarterback. Chargers minus 3.5, and I like the under 52.5 with the defenses.
Yeah, so I watched the Week 18 matchup last year. It had implications for the Steelers, obviously, and the Raiders won, which was huge. So liking the Raiders here plus 3.5.
The second game, the Green Bay Packers minus 1.5 at the Minnesota Vikings. Like, we've talked about this at length. This is a huge game, division game, first game of the year. The Packers had a rough start to the first game of the year last year.
Hand it over to your in-house NFC expert or NFC North expert. Listen, I went on a massive rant about the NFC North in our division preview episode on that, which subscribe, and please watch that because it was pretty epic. And I'm not touching the spread in this game. I'm only going to take the under because 1.5 for these two teams. I feel like it should be a pick 'em every time because the Packers either beat the shit out of them or the Vikings win in a close game, and it's always pretty even between the two. I'm pretty sure they've split the last couple seasons. But that being said, Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers. I hate him. But they don't like week one. Packers don't play well in week one normally. They don't play well in week two. Vikings have their new offensive-minded head coach, which we have seen the offensive guru. They're always hyped up. Like, everyone wants to see the young, new, good-looking head coach who was an offensive coordinator. I'm not buying into any of the hype on the Vikings. Sorry, Jake. But, yeah, this game's going to be under. I think it's going to be like a 21-17 game.
I think because it's such an important game for Minnesota, I guess, yeah, we're not doing money lines or whatever, but I think they're going to win the game. I'll take the points just to be safe. And also, if they lose, I'll be really, really sad. We're rocking with Minnesota here, and I hope the Kevin O'Connell train gets off to a great start.
I'm going to go against my brother Jake. I'm going to go Packers minus 1.5. The Vikings, they didn't get any better and they didn't get any worse in the offseason. They're going to be the exact same team as they were last year. And with that being said, Packers, they got Aaron Rodgers. That's all you need to know. I think he's going to lead them to victory here. And I think minus 1.5 is kind of too low of points.
How many hallucinogenic drugs do you think Aaron Rodgers is going to be on for this game?
A lot.
A lot.
And a couple perks, too.
Yeah, a couple perks now.
A couple perks, too.
I'm taking the Vikings plus 1.5 in this game. Even though I said the Packers are going to win the division, I think they still will, but I've got the Vikings in this game.
Yeah, I'm going to have to disagree on that one, Tommy. I kind of like the Vikings in this one. Sam Massaro made a point earlier and said that the Packers usually don't start off the season right. I hate to call you out so early, bro, on this, but from 2015 to 2020, they've won each season opener that they played. Last year was the exception. And do you guys remember last year? The Packers got burnt by the Saints 38-3. Rodgers didn't even throw a touchdown pass. It was embarrassing. This year, I think Rodgers is going to be back. He's going to want to prove a point. He's the reigning MVP. When the games like this, and I'm kind of like, oh, who do I trust? I look at the quarterbacks. I'm taking Rodgers over Kirk Cousins. I'm sorry. That's where it's at. That's what I like. He's the MVP. And Romeo Doubs is a really, really cheeky option here at wide receiver. He's been having breakfast with Aaron Rodgers. There's no standout wide receiver one with this team. Some people are saying that Lazard, he's just been there the longest. Is he the guy? We don't know. Last time two players were having lunches and breakfast together, that was Cooper Kupp and Matthew Stafford. Look how that turned out. So I think the Packers are going to run the ball in this game a lot. See a lot of A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones. I'm expecting a lot of that. I don't really like the over-under in this one because, like the boys were saying earlier, it's quite a toss-up here. You don't really know which offense you're going to get from either teams. But Packers minus 1.5, I like it.
Scott, you had a good thing going, and you kind of contradicted yourself there at the end, saying that Romeo Doubs is the spicy target.
No.
He's a rookie, okay? And I think the whole thing is that, am I doubting that the Packers receiving corps is going to figure it out? Am I doubting that Aaron Rodgers is going to figure it out without Davante Adams? I'm not doubting that. But this is week one. He had the preseason. Aaron Rodgers barely played. Like, when you're missing a guy like Davante Adams in your offense, it's going to be tough to recreate that right away. With that being said, I'm taking Vikings plus 1.5 here. They beat him last year when they had Davante Adams as well as other pieces. They can do it again this year, especially with that new head coach. So I'm going to take the under in this game, though. Don't know how many points will be scored. Week one, sloppy. Here's Postman.
I agree with everything that Martin said except for the last sentence. I think that Aaron Rodgers, they're not going to be able to figure it out right away. Davante Adams is, Davante Adams, best receiver in the NFL. That being said, this is the two-time reigning MVP, and he's lost his last year's season over and knows that's going to be a narrative. I'm betting the two-time MVP and not the most average quarterback of all time, Packers minus 1.5. I don't know about the over-under. If I had to take it, I take the under.
I'm going to go ahead and take the Vikings 1.5 on this one. Probably not going to touch the point spread because with this game, you kind of really have no clue. The Packers kind of regressed offensively while the Vikings upgraded on defense. So it's going to be an interesting game as far as how the Packers are going to look offensively. We've all known Aaron Rodgers has been complaining the whole offseason about his receiving core, how young they are, and they're not doing the right things in camp. But that kind of has been a tendency over these past couple of years. Aaron Rodgers complaining in the beginning of the year and then end up winning MVP and stuff like that.
Originally, I was going to go with the Vikings, but I'm a little torn now. Just kind of going with what Sam said. I'm just going to go with the under and just stay away from the teams.
Smart play. Great minds think alike.
I was trying to win this year.
The way to do that is by following me.
So the final game, Sunday Night Football, Cowboys versus Bucs, repeat of last year. Last year it was a 2-point win for the Bucs. The over-under is 50.5. The Bucs are -2.5. So the Bucs are 2-7 straight up in their last 9 games against Cowboys. Bucs are 2-6 against spread in their last 8 Week 1 games, and Gallup is out for Dallas. So Scott, go ahead and tell us why the Cowboys are going to win this game.
That's quite a tough line to follow there with everything you just spewed at me. Now I got to go back and try retract that. Damn, man. Okay, right, look. I'll start it off on the offensive here. Look, Brady is 6-0 against Dallas. That's a hard thing to try and look, he's one of the best to ever do it, and he's 6-0 against your team. It's not really what you want when you see the Bucs Week 1. You're in for it, right? But times have changed. Brady retired, he unretired. The Cowboys are at home in this game, primetime football. They're going to love it. They soak that up. That's what Dallas is all about. The fans are going to be up for it. Mike McCarthy is on the hot seat this season. That is the truth of it. He has got to show production this year or he's out of there. Jerry's not going to stand for it, and Sean Payton might be knocking on that door soon. So we'll see. But look, we lost the season opener last year to the Bucs, like you just said there. But this offseason, as a Dallas fan, has been quite odd because I haven't heard a lot of talk. We're normally the mouthy team in the offseason. This season in the NFC East, it's been the Eagles. It's been the hype all about the Eagles. You have not seen a lot about Dallas. And that's because I understand we have lost a lot of players and we haven't done a lot to replace them, if you will. But I think there's enough talent in that group that I saw from last year to maybe be okay this season. I don't know what to expect this season from my Cowboys, but we're a team that was usually known for our offense. Now it looks like we're going to be known for our defense. Having said all that, look, Tampa allowed the fewest sacks last year out of any team. Our defensive front is going to have to be on its A game. Micah Parsons is going to have a great game. Same with DeMarcus Lawrence. Same with Dorrance Armstrong. They're all going to have to get to Brady. That's going to be the key to winning this game. And Todd Bowles is in his first game as Buccaneers head coach. There's no Bruce Arians there anymore. That's an interesting element. Cowboys, they're my boys. I'm going to take them because they're at home and I like the scenario, and I think there's a bit of salt. I don't know. I think there's a bit of spice in this game because of the way it ended last year, and I think it left a bad taste in a lot of the Cowboys players' mouth because we were very close to beating the reigning Super Bowl champs last year. So I like the Cowboys in this. I like the under 50.5 as well because I think these are two very good defenses. When I look at the Cowboys' weapons, I'm like, okay, you take CD and Dalton Schultz out of it, and you got Jalen Tolbert as your number 2 wide receiver. Nothing against the guy, but you don't want a rookie as your number 2. And this run game, I'm a bit wary of. I don't know how it's going to play out. So Cowboys plus 2.5 and under 50.5 is my play.
Typically in all these games, I have like a way I'm feeling either way. Like, this is a complete guess. I have no idea how Tampa's going to respond. Tom took the 12-day hiatus in the Bahamas. Are him and Giselle like mad at each other? What's the deal there? Does Tom truly believe in the O-line? Question marks everywhere. But Scott, it was one of the first things he said. He's undefeated against Dallas. So give me Tampa. Also give me the over. These teams haven't practiced live tackling in a long time. I think there's going to be some points scored. Give me Tom minus 2.5 and give me the over of 50.
Basically the opposite. Yeah.
Please and thank you.
I'm going to go in the middle between you guys. I'm going to take the Bucs. I think the Bucs are going to win this game. I think they're better than the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys could have a good season. I don't think it's going to start here. You said Tom Brady's 12-day hiatus. Maybe Giselle's mad at him. Last time we saw something like that happen, it was with our good friend Aaron Rodgers. whose whole family blackballed him, and his girlfriend, I don't even know what the hell happened. He went and just did a bunch of acid and forgot about it and played good football. But that being said, Scott also mentioned the coaching. Todd Bowles is a guy I want to bring up, and he is a defensive-minded guy, one of the best defensive coordinators before he got in the league, before he got this head coaching job. So I'm going to go the king of the first half under, strikes again, first half under 26.5 is the play here, okay? And that's not up for debate. It's not up for discussion. I'm going to leave that at that. But yeah, I don't think there's going to be too many points scored, and I think Tom Brady's got whatever the hell he's going on. I don't know. He might have gone on an acid trip too or done something, but I think he's still going to come back and play Tom Brady football because that's just who Tom Brady is.
You're not wrong. Tom Brady is the GOAT. And I think he'll probably die as the GOAT. That being said, his head's not in it. We forget that he retired like 6 months ago. He retired. He said he wasn't going to play football anymore. Now, he's still Tom Brady. He's still going to come back and be Tom Brady. That being said, his head's not going to be in it for a couple weeks. That's why it's Dallas plus 2.5. The fact that they're getting points, especially almost a field goal, is ridiculous. Over-under is a crapshoot. I'd love to see how CeeDee Lamb does. I think he can have a big game, but I'm not taking over-under if I can not take it.
I'm going to keep this one short and sweet. I don't know who's going to win this game, especially with the line shifting in the Bucs' favor. I was thinking Cowboys initially. Not touching that. I'm going to go with just the under for this game. It's week 1. Don't know how many points will be scored. Maybe try to lean on Ezekiel Elliott, see what he can do. But just taking the under, no points with this one.
What Postman said, that's exactly what he wants everyone to think. I'm never going to bet against Tom Brady. I'll just put that out there. I'm taking the Bucs minus 2.5.
He was never fully checked out of football. He was trying to own the Dolphins, and the Brian Flores thing happened, and he had an extra year on his deal. He's locked into football.
He said he had unfinished business, right? Unfinished.
I just don't know if he believes in the O-line to win the Super Bowl.
What business is unfinished?
That's what I mean. You're a 7-time Super Bowl champion. Like, what more is there to accomplish? Like,
you went to a new team, to a new coach, and you won. There's literally nothing left to prove. There's nothing left to prove. He wins another. It's just like what is that even adding? It's just like
he's just. He won it with the Dolphins as a part-time owner while playing. Pretty fucking sweet, right?
That's something to think about.
We'll have to wait another year.
All clear on where my head's at. I called my parents to have them send my Tua jersey up, so that's where we're at.
Everyone saw that video of him, Brady, looking like shit. But, I mean, that doesn't really affect me. They beat him last time they played in week 1. So I got them minus 2.5, and I got the over.
Yeah, I'm taking the Bucs here. I just need to be proven wrong with betting against Brady, like Tony said. And I truthfully just hate the Cowboys. So if I can bet against them, I will.
Yeah, I'm taking the Bucs. I don't think Tom Brady's done. I just think he's the GOAT. I can't bet against him. So that's just what it is.
All right, it's time for the locks of the week. So it's part of the show where we can just pick any game on the slate that wasn't one of the 3 games we just talked about, and that's your best bet of the week. I'll start off with mine. I'm taking the Carolina Panthers minus 1.5 against Cleveland Browns. Baker's most motivated game you could ever have in your life is this game for Baker. Christian McCaffrey's never going to be more healthy than he is right now, and I think that you know, the whole team's kind of getting behind Baker is that we have to win this game. If they lose this game, the morale is going to be so low. So they need to win this game. The Browns have had the most crazy offseason of all time. So I think the Panthers win this game. It's in Carolina, so I think that's a win for the Panthers.
Well, I have the Panthers as my mortal lock. I think Baker saying that there's nothing to prove here and there's no hate. I mean, he definitely has hate, and he's going to bring the heat. Yeah, I mean, he's got Robbie and DJ and CMC. He's going to have a field day, so, yeah.
And the Browns have Myles Garrett, who's going to knock him out of the game by the second quarter. Okay, Nate, that's neither here nor there. All right, here's my lock. 1 lock, 2 words, let's ride. I'm a huge Denver guy. None of you guys are, but I think we can all agree the Seahawks suck. They just suck. They're starting Geno Smith. So I like Denver on Monday night to win, cover the 6.5. Let's ride.
Dogs in week 1 by 6.5 or more are 43-27 since 2005.
It's not the first time the odds have been against me. Let's ride.
Speaking of dogs, let's go. Eagles.
You know who might be might be
Postman,
worse
you
than
interrupted
Geno
me. I'm
Smith?
going.
Oh, fuck you. You're going to say like 1 word and then you
Eagles
get off.
minus 4. Lions are fucking ass still. No question. Jared Goff's their starting quarterback. How is this a -4 game?
Wait, that's -4?
Yeah.
Yes.
Fuck,
Tony,
that's my
I'm-
mortal lock.
Hey, it's
right
in
there.
Detroit. It's in Detroit. Hey, those fans. Hey, the Lions are undefeated. You know the fans are going to show up for Week 1.
Rambled on about a few things, so I'm just going to keep mine short. Chiefs -6. The Cardinals aren't that good. Fraud knows. Chiefs are very good. Yeah, they lost Hill and Matthew. But my only note on that game is Cliff Kingsbury. Chiefs -6.
Good bet.
Why is Cliff
Not
Kingsbury
bad.
your only note on that?
That's my only reasoning is that Cliff Kingsbury is the Cardinals coach, so they're going to lose by 6.
I'll help Sam out. It's not just Cliff Kingsbury. It's Andy Reid against Cliff Kingsbury.
Yeah.
That's like
That's
me
very-
against LeBron. It's like it's just not going to happen.
That's like Ngannou versus Jake Paul. Like it's not going to work well for one side.
You know who might be worse than Geno Smith? Jacoby Brissett. And that's from experience. You think that he's like kind of good because like he makes some plays every once in a while, but he's just not a winner. He's just a
You
loser.
guys are all
Fucking
on the
dog.
Panthers. My God.
That being said, I'm following with the trend. Definitely Panthers -1.5. Baker's gonna be pissed off. He'll still be Baker, but like he'll make a couple more plays than Jacoby Brissett. And Christian McCaffrey's definitely out to prove something. He has a chip on his shoulder. He'll probably go for like 225 all-purpose and then break his leg in the second game.
I don't know about all that. 225 all purpose is crazy. You might happen though. There's only one thing to be said, and it's Tennessee Titans -5.5 against the New York Giants. The Titans, yeah, okay. The Titans they're not going to suck, Brian Postman. They lost Robert Woods. Everyone wants to make a big deal about that. Or no, they lost AJ Brown. They got Robert Woods. Exactly. Titans -5.5 against the New York Giants. That's all I have to say.
Baltimore -7 against the Jets. Jets suck. Ravens are good. They're going to win by more than a touchdown.
Good
That's a
bet.
Joe Flacco revenge game too, Nickson.
I don't care. He's like 80.
Disrespect to Joe Flacco. Man's got a Super Bowl ring. Come on, we'll give him that. Tony, I'm going to roll with you as well. Eagles -3.5. Couldn't believe my eyes when I saw that. Yeah, absolutely. I love it. Like everyone's been talking about NFC East, it's the Eagles. They're crowning them before they've even played a game. Beat Detroit first. Prove that you are the top dogs in this division. If you can't beat Detroit by more than 4 points, you don't deserve to win the NFC East. I'm sorry. I like Dan Campbell. I like what he's doing there. I think they've a nice few weapons that they've got in. Amon-Ra St. Brown. I know there was a trade in this fancy group that involved him recently. He's a great player. So, look, I like what Detroit are doing. Aiden Hutchinson is going to be a big boost for them. But as I say, there's too much talent on this Eagles roster. And it's a big year for Jalen Hurts. He needs to prove a point. This is the game to announce that you guys are the top dogs in the NFC East. Prove it. So, Eagles -3.5. That's my lock of the week.
Everyone's on the Panthers. You guys are going to be so wrong. I can't wait for that game.
We'll see. They have to win that game though.
Yeah, they do.
But hey, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Thanks everyone for being here. Pumped for football to be back. Before we get out of here, in a one-word answer, if everybody just wants to go around and say who's going to win the Super Bowl, I'll start. I know it's the hot, pick right now, and everybody picks it, but I'm taking the Buffalo Bills.
Nice. Ravens.
Every year, it's going to happen.
It's going to happen at some point.
I'm rolling with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Wow.
Travis Kelce and Mahomes are going to get another ring on that finger. Andy Reid.
Who are they going to play when they get to the Super Bowl, Scott?
Oh, Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, okay. So there it is.
There we go.
There it is.
I'm going to go Bills.
You know who I want. You know who's going to be there.
Eagles?
No.
Sean's rocking with Mr. Tiny Hands to hold the bar. But like he's going to need other players to put the Lombardi trophy up. His hands are too little to hold the whole thing. But
It's going to be Money Mitch, Jake.
it's going to be Mitch that was going to get him there.
All right. Thanks for watching.